this was, yeah, okay. Do we need a recap? Do you guys need a recap of what's going on? Okay, we'll do a quick recap because I can talk through it. Okay, so we're in this town for our aunt's funeral and our cousin hates us. This is our cousin, the mom that she's the daughter of our aunt that just died, and she hates us. And the house is run down and disgusting. And we have this possum friend. And then we met Stella, and she took us into the woods to try and record stuff for her like YouTube channel. And then we met this guy Duke, and he was like, "Get out of here, I'm hunting mountain lions." And then we came across these creepy looking animals. And then we came across these creepy looking animals, and then these weird looking creatures started fighting us. So then we had to fight them off, and I saved Gretchen because what else are you gonna do in that situation? She can't do anything. And then boop. Okay, hold on, it's loading, it's thinking. There it goes. And then we fought the creatures off, but then oh no, Duke Man died. So then we went and called the police, and they were like, "We'll look for the body in the morning." And we were like, "Oh no, okay, whatever." And then I met this guy Wayne, and he was creepy. And then we talked about the creatures. We think they're called ditchlings. And then Tabitha got mad at me, and then Dustin was still there. And then I don't know, bro. And then Tabitha was like, "Stay out of trouble, you're being bad." And we were like, "You can't control us because we are our own person." And so then we talked to Avery about everything that happened. And he was like, "I'll keep listening for some input from the people in the town." And we were like, "Thank you." And then we did some research on those things, and Rosalina, the librarian's daughter, was gone. And so we said we'd keep an eye out, and then we tried to go see their third friend, and then he was like, his mom, who's definitely poisoning him, was like, "No, he can't go." And we were like, "Boo." So then we left, and then I saw Wayne when I was trying to interview miners. Like the coal miners, not like children. But then while we were there, we saw Rosalina, so we followed her into the cave where all of her friends were hanging out in the mine that had collapsed many, many years ago. So we followed in to try and save them, and then some of them ran away, and so we tried to go save them. And then it started to collapse as we were trying to save them, and then I had this weird vision. And so then we had to, as we were running out, Rosalina's leg got crushed because it fell. And Tabitha hates us. And then Dustin brought his mom over. And then we met the cleaning lady with the creepy pastor spouse. And then we went to go get tea. But while we got tea, I snuck away. Oh, and then we talked to Bo, who was Duke's son, who got powed in the forest. And we were like, "Sorry for your loss. It wasn't me though." And then, oh, we went and visited Oscar to make sure he was doing okay, given the whole Rosalina thing. And then we met the dumb dog mayor. And then we met the creepy pastor. And then, yes, I did know that 5. I love them. And then we went and met the third friend, who's definitely getting poisoned by his mother. And we had an awkward dinner. And then we got kicked out. And then we went to go ghost hunting, and then we like had this crazy what do you call it, vision but everybody else was included, and all their uh all their bodies got contorted and crazy, and they were all there and they remember it, and they wanted, the ghosty wanted part of my life, so that, yes, mass possession is a good way to put it. The ghosty wanted part of my life to leave and stop haunting, and I was like, no thank you, and Wayne was like, please say no thank you, and so I said no thank you because I didn't want to give up part of my life. And so then we escaped, and everyone escaped, and everyone was messed up afterwards, understandably so. And Sybil walked me home, and Tabitha still hates me. And now you're all caught up. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now you're all caught up. You open your eyes to a new day. Well, thank you. I was trying really hard, obviously. Last night seems so far away, you can almost pretend the horrors you witnessed in the annex were nothing but a nightmare, chased away by the harsh morning light. But you know that the furious spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. yet lingers, locked behind the doors of the town hall, still tied to the earth, but its hatred of you and your bloodline. That's an unsing mode. There's a mute button, I guess. An involuntary shudder runs down your spine, but your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Hope you made it home okay? Haven't heard from Stella since last night. How about you? You check your messages. There's nothing from Stella. We'll text her. Okay, text me as soon as you get the chance. You wait for a few silent minutes. Your message sits undelivered. Uh-oh. So true. Hey, what's up? Haha, just kidding. Not able to come to the phone right now. Anyways, leave a message. Blah, blah, blah. Mailbox is full. Can't receive messages. Haven't heard from her either. That's not good. I think we should try looking for her. Let's meet up in town. The fact that the text is not delivering is concerning. Looks like you have your morning plans in order. Gotta visit Dustin. They both have bread now. Yay, human is back. Maybe change mind about eating us. Could be end of Dustin and Dustin Mom. I would never eat you. I love you guys. Dustin Mom know better than to trust. When push comes to shove, survival more important than friendship. Dustin Mom spent too much time outside. It's different inside. There enough bread for everyone. No need eat friends. Dustin still have childhood innocence. Hope Dustin get to keep that innocence forever. Hi, Barry. How are you? Does the glass house still have squatters? Tried to reclaim glass house last night, but butthole squatter too big and strong. Dustin Mom stand no chance. Might have to live in Dustin house forever. Human big and strong too. Probably more big and strong than squatter. You fight? Give Dustin Mom glass house back? I'm not brave enough. Anything for you, Dustin. Squatter have sharp things on head. Human be careful, but Dustin Mom would be eternally grateful to human. Dustin too. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Eat them? No, they're my favorites. They're the only things keeping me sane, bro. Okay. That's that. Check the closet. The doll moved. Oh, your long dead relative's creepy doll isn't the only thing that's different. Someone was in here. Ooh. Oh, sleigh, very fun. All right, let's take a shower. Clean off yesterday. Feels good to wash the grime of last... I dropped my cup. It only spilled a little bit. It's okay. It's just flavored water. It's fine. It's only the teeny tiniest bit wet. It's fine. we're chilling. I spilled a whole bunch of off-brand Dr. Pepper the other day, and I almost had a breakdown about it. Okay. In the meantime, you think about the door in the clinic, think about Oscar Rosalina, think about the afterlife, think about Stella, think about Rosalina's shattered leg, Duke, scrub feverishly trying to scrape the memories off your skin. Think about Sybil's warning, think about Wayne, think about someone special. Let's see. Scrub. Scrubby scrub scrub. Gonna have ants. It'll be fine. It's just water mostly. Okay, let's go get Face our cousin. Oh, she's not here. She left a note on the counter. Had to run. The librarian needed a new house, so I'm giving him the keys to the Maxwell place. And the miners decided to stage a strike today of all days, so I won't be around. I know there's no point asking you not to do anything reckless, but I'm asking anyway. Be back late. Call if you get into trouble. Time to figure out the rest of your day. Hey, Frou Frou. I don't know what all that means. Anybody speak French? Nod respectfully. She scoffs, her tail twitching with annoyance. But you can sense she's less annoyed than she usually is. Maybe she's getting used to you. Thanks for not attacking the opossums. Is that mean? Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. Of course you would consider those rats to be your friends. I will not dirty my claws with their diseased flesh. Well, actually, they can't really be diseased because of their body temperature. Will you ever let me pet you? And coat my fur with your disgusting human oils? None. You know anything about the stone carvings? I'm not here to be your commentaton. Blah, blah, blah. I'm here to watch you flail about in the darkness. I'm here to provide I'm not here to provide answers to whatever mysteries confound your feeble American mind. Oh no. Oh, it's you. What do you want? Oh, I see. Oh, okay. That's what I forgot. I really have short-term memory loss, I fear. I missed you. That makes one of us. Okay, bye. Good talk. She scoffs. They do, bruh. Let's check out in the garden. The air chilly today, the overcast sky hanging oppressively over the weed-choked flower beds. My ear itches. Investigate the greenhouse. You stare carefully, picking your way through the underbrush. Is it like a porcupine that's in there? He said spiky back. Doesn't take much effort to find a path. Cuttings of prickly raspberry bushes and tangled vines litter the ground around the greenhouse. The glass house, one could say. W French speaker, okay. Was there a goat in there? It's sealed shut by the lock, and you catch a brief glimpse of a horned shadow through the ancient... Try to talk to whatever's behind the door. What's your name, little guy? Goat. I became friends with Dustin, and then I offered to help them. They were talking about, I asked them if there were still squatters in the greenhouse, and they were like, yes. And then it gave me the option to offer to help them. And then I was like, yes. And then when I went to the kitchen, I investigated the garden and then came out here. That's how I got here, I think. What are you doing in the greenhouse? Human put me here. Can't complain. Pretty sweet digs, honestly. Stays nice and warm, and there's plenty of eats, too. Yeah, I believe so, yeah. That would make sense. Did the human have a brown coat and big boots? Coat like what? Fur? Nah, not brown fur. Yellow fur. Just on the top, like all you humans. Don't know what boots are, can't help you there. Where did you come from? Farm, used to live with other guys like me, kinda miss them. But not that much, don't gotta share anymore. There's a possum who would like you to leave. She was here first, this is her house. Don't wanna leave, I live here now, she can deal. You examine the lock, it looks sturdy. You'll need some tools if you're going to get this open. Maybe Stella or Kanika could lend you a hand later. Guess I'll leave you to it then. See ya, or not, it's a wild world out there. So I guess Tabitha's the one that's blonde. Why does Tabitha have a goat that she trapped in the greenhouse? You've investigated the garden with Stella missing. It's best not to keep Kanika waiting for much longer. All right, gotta get a quick PB&J. Delicious. And that's that. Okay. Make goat cheese, I guess. You head to the front door and begin your trek to town. The sun shines through a thin layer of clouds, illuminating the path on the watery gray light. You can't help but feel countless eyes watching you from the tree line, a feeling that reminds you of your time in the woods with Stella. Ditchlings shouldn't be out in the middle of the day, though. They're getting bolder. To your surprise, you find a familiar face making its way up the path towards you. Hey, I was just coming up to see you. Hope you were able to get some sleep after everything that happened last night. I was up most of the night, totally wired on adrenaline. Even if I'd been able to chill out a bit, knowing that thing was right down the street, yeah, not super conductive to a good night's sleep. It's the gatekeeper, my bad. Do you think it's still there? I hoped it might have gone away on its own. I don't think it has any intention of leaving, so I guess the library's off limits from here on out. But considering the alternative, I don't think anybody can hold that against you. I'd much rather not be able to check out the library books ever again than let it go suck the life out of you. Seems like it would have been a bad trade. I wonder if we can get Tabitha to deal with it. If the Scarlet owns that ghost something, it's her. Hopefully no hooligans break into the library and get trapped. No way I'm trusting a ghost to uphold its end of the bargain. I'm sure it'll wear itself out soon enough. There's no way it can keep up with that level of haunting forever. Yeah, I'm a little more uneasy too. What if it leaves the library and comes after us? After me. Yeah, let's do that one. Seems like it can't do much besides try to trap you in another ghost maze. And you managed to get out of the one of those without much issue. Sounds to me like it's basically harmless. Unless you're not a Scarlet, but even then, it's not like it managed to break anybody's bones. Though maybe it could if it wanted to. It was kind of strong. How do you feel now that it's a new day? Possession is the sort of thing you can't leave, that can leave a... Let's flirt! I haven't flirted this whole time. I need to flirt. What can I say? I'm someone who knows what they want. Oh! Okay, Avery. Okay. I would have walked up here at the crack of dawn, but I figured I should let you sleep at least a little longer, though not too much longer. I had to make sure you didn't go running off into trouble, not without me. How do you feel about the whole possession thing now that you slept? Aw, thanks for asking about the state of my soul. I appreciate that. I'd be lying if I said it didn't have an impact. I kind of feel bruised all over, physically and spiritually, but hey, that's part of life, right? Nobody makes it to the end completely unscathed. Don't tell Flutie. Bro, my man's is very positive. I'm kind of thrilled that my new emotional baggage comes from a ghost instead of some boring normal trauma. Why are the ditchlings everywhere in daytime? I noticed a few on the way up. They're kind of funny now that I'm getting a good look at them. With their scrunched up little Sharpei faces? I don't know. So, should I be worried about those things? I know they're a bad omen or something, but, like, are they dangerous? They're not going to eat me if I take a wrong turn, right? I'd rather not find out. Anybody got a flamethrower? You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Julius had one lying around. I like the flamethrower. Hopefully we won't have to ask him for it. I'm not that worried yet. Have you heard anything from Stella? I haven't heard from her, though we don't text much, and I haven't checked with Winnie to see if she came in for an early breakfast or anything, but if you haven't heard from her, that doesn't sound great. Seeing her like that last night was awful. She's usually so unflappable. Who says that, bruh? We're gonna go try and look for her. Do you want to come? Absolutely. I told Winnie I'd be coming in late today, so I've got time. I don't know how much time, though. From what I saw this morning, the diner is hopping. It's absolutely packed with miners. They must be using it as a home base for the strike. Oh, by the way, there's a strike going on. I'm sure you already know that, though. Have to imagine Tabitha would have told you this morning. Alright, let's go back into town. Good idea. Bro! They be striking while we're preparing for a funeral? That's mean. I guess they treat them badly, though, so... Tis what it is. It isn't long until you find yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow. Sleepy, you made it. Oh, I like her outfit. She looks cool. And you picked up an Avery along the way. Hope you're both doing okay, like, emotionally. Yeah, I'm not too bad. Better after seeing Sleepy. Ooh! He's a little flirt. That's good. I feel like I got crushed by a steamroller or something. Joints all out of whack, totally exhausted and super foggy. Mom has been insisting I caught a cold and I wasn't buying it, but as of this morning, I've come around. It's definitely something beyond exhaustion, even considering the ridiculously stressful week we've had. Some sick trip. Oh, Sharky. I don't know why that was funny to me, but that was funny. I'm not gonna let that stop me from seeing Stella. Is there a rational explanation? We're looking for Stella. I'm supposed to see our mom at some point today. Maybe she'll finally shed some light on things. Sure. I'm not sure what she's planning to tell you today that she couldn't have told all of us last night. Maybe she's going to read your fortune. After last night, I wouldn't doubt that she actually could. Your mom's always had a bit of that Glinda vibe going for her. Yeah, maybe I should stop making fun of her whole new age mystic thing. A lot's happened in the past couple of days. You could be like flirty about it. It's chill. I don't know. The sick drip. It's just funny to me. I don't know, but I don't know why. I need to take a page out of Stella's book and just block this stuff out. I need to be focused. I can't keep having all these existential crises. Girl, real. I feel that. There'll be plenty of time for tea after we found Stella. Do you think there's a rational explanation? She sighs. Rational? Sure. Rooted in reality that until a few days ago I thought was devoid of all magic and supernatural stuff? No. Ghosts are real. They can suck you into illusionary dimensions and puppet your body like a fleshy marionette. Next thing you know, we'll find out there's a secret society of warlocks running the country, or that angels are real. You gotta admit, it's kind of thrilling, isn't it? Anything could be possible. Who knows what the new day holds for all of us? It'd be a little more thrilling if it weren't so terrifying. All the magical stuff we found so far just wants to hurt us. We need a magical being that's on our side. Where are the magical girls when you need them? Though, I guess we already have an animal whisperer, don't we? That's pretty magical. Wait, you can talk to animals? For real? When were you gonna tell me? Wow, I'm gonna need you to tell me what every animal we meet is saying. This is too cool. You, really took that in stride, didn't you? I take everything in stride. There's no better way to live. I need to learn some things from Avery, bro. I need to learn some things from him, bro. Maybe my mystical powers will awaken into something more proactive. Maybe magic doesn't just awaken, though. Maybe you need to find someone to teach you how to use it. Okay, who? That's a very good question. Your mom's into crystals and stuff, right? Kanika laughs. No, absolutely not. My mom isn't magic. My whole life would be a lie if my mom was magic. And even if she was, we don't have time to be sidetracked by a training montage right now. Stella's missing and those ditchling creatures are everywhere. Is someone at the store? He has, bro. I need to take some pointers from him, bro. Mom and Miles can deal for another day while we go looking for Stella. This is important. Not that the store isn't, but if something happened to her and I was spending my time manning a register, I don't think I could live with that. Let's not dawdle. I'm worried about Stella. It doesn't feel right. Are y'all sure we need to go look at Miss Stella? She's a grown woman. Yeah, let's not dawdle. Dawdle. That's not how you say that word. Agreed. Let's get to work. Where to first? Stella's house. Yeah. Good place to start. Maybe she just slept in. That's what I'm hoping. I would have gone already, but I was kind of nervous about doing anything by myself today, just in case I ran into yet another horror from beyond the veil or whatever. Stella! She knocks anxiously on the door. It creaks open. The interior is cold, and not just physically. There's an absence of joy in life that leaves only a chill behind. This is the ghost of an empty house. She not in there, bro. There's a sobering dread that comes with the knowledge that your search won't end here. I don't sense anything supernatural, but I don't like the look of this. Might as well invite ourselves in, right? Yeah, let's go in. Cool, I'll be brave and go first. The cops in this town are useless. I'm not calling the cops. Bruh, they don't do squat. Avery casually walks in. Aw, cutie little house. Whatever happened to Stella, it doesn't look like it happened here. Doesn't look like there's a struggle or anything, unless it happened in another room, or maybe someone or something caught her off guard. You didn't have to add that last part. I'm going to forget that you said that and just be thankful that this doesn't look like a crime scene. All right, let's look in the kitchen. Slightly messy, a couple cabinets open, a loaf of bread on the counter, butter knife. Is it normally messy in here? I wouldn't call this messy. It's a little messy. If this is a little messy, I don't want to know what you'd call my room. I wasn't judging. There's nothing wrong with a little mess. Or a lot of mess. We're getting off track. Stella's house has always felt a little sterile to me. This feels a little too lived in, if that makes sense. This is, yeah. Though maybe that's just because I've only ever been over when she was already expecting me. Maybe this is just a rare peek behind the curtain at the real Stella. The real Stella should call her friends and let them know she's okay. Look in Stella's room. You make your way. She's not there. Though it's a little untidy, it's the usual sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't often have guests in their bedroom. There aren't any signs of violence. I'd better not hear a single comment about this room being messy. I wasn't gonna say anything. You check her computer. Not sure we should be snooping on her computer. Isn't that an invasion of privacy? We already broke into her house, right? For all we know, there could be some sort of clue on there, like a note detailing exactly where she is. We didn't break into her house. The door was left wide open. Well, maybe the computer was left open too. Exactly. If there isn't a password, maybe we're supposed to take a peek. Maybe we'll find the first note in an elaborate scavenger hunt she set up overnight. Sure, snoop away, but I'm not going to take part in this. I'll just be over here, standing in the corner of the room, not looking over your shoulder. Let me know if you find anything. Stella's desktop is horrifically cluttered. There are simply too many files and folders to fit on her monitor. They overlap each other in a chaotic, multi-layered display. Whoa, how did you find anything on here? Hey, Doe, what you doing up? You don't. Come on, let's go. Check her tabs. It would take you all day to count the number of tabs on Stella's browser. So numerous are her tabs that you can't see a single icon. A sea of rounded, featureless triangles from Windows Edge to Windows Edge. Her most recently open tab is a post on Uncle Carl's Bigfoot Farm, a forum of cryptozoology enthusiasts. The post in question titled "Something Big is Happening in Scarlet Hollow." Hey everyone, was out chasing a skunk ape sighting the other day and I found these weird little guys. My friend's mom says there's something called ditchlings, but I've never heard of them before. Anyone have any good leads? Camera isn't shaky enough. This is totally staged. Clean footage and some sort of cryptic nobody has heard of except for your friend's mom. The only thing I'm seeing when I Google ditchlings is some city in England. Thought you were legit. Guys, since when did high quality footage count as anything other than actual evidence? These things are terrifying. Since every low budget horror movie started doing guerrilla marketing, I smell an ARG. I'm serious. I've got a ton of extra footage. Look at what they've been doing to the animals in town. They're apparently some sort of bad omen, like Mothman. This is called Scarlet Hollow. Okay, I'm listening. I love me a Mothman. I believe you. Ugh, lucky you're falling right into her lab. I don't trust YouTubers. They're entertainers, not scientists. Thread continues into the next day. Hey, okay. So 1, this isn't an ARG, I would never, and 2, you're not going to believe this, but we went into an abandoned mine last night to investigate things, and I'm pretty sure we found some Tommy knockers. Listen to the knocking we managed to catch on tape. Just because you put the word real in your file name doesn't mean they're real. 2 supernatural events back to back? This is so fake. I can't believe I bought into the River Runner hype. You're so full of it. YouTubers are always going to sell out to big indie horror. This is kidnapped by aliens all over again. Also, LOL, doughy white things and now loud popping noises. This is definitely an ARG. Did you sell out to Pillsbury? Stop cyberbullying her or I'm going to call the mods. Locking this thread and giving everyone a 7-day ban. No cyberbullying and no self-promo. The thread ends. Wow, poor Stella. Remind me to never be internet famous. Here's hoping my SoundCloud stays niche and underappreciated until the day I die. That's funny. Okay. Search history. Hasn't visited any websites since Tuesday night. If she came home after last night's incident, she didn't touch her browser. Her search history is almost entirely work-related. A furious series of queries for various monsters and cryptids that might fit the profile of ditchlings. That's that. This is a waste of time. Let's get out of here. Ugh. To you. They were mean, bruh. That's how people be on the internet. The internet's mean. This sure looks like a room. Any thoughts? I think you about summed it up. This is definitely a room. Yeah, nothing much to comment on. This is what her room's been like for pretty much the entire time I've known her. The only thing that's changed is the computer getting a lot fancier. It could use a few more houseplants. I'll put together some trimmings after we found her. Aw, she still does the little corkboard with string things. She loves putting those strings up there. I don't think they actually mean anything, but they're more for decoration anyway. This is Stella's room. This is Stella's room. All right, let's move on. Slay. The pug's name is Gretchen. Okay, so maybe she came home last night, maybe she didn't, but she's definitely missing. I thought I was overreacting this morning. I hope she would just be sleeping in. I can't believe she's actually missing. We'll find her. Where to next? Maxwell Place. With Rosalina's leg the way it is and everything they've been through, now we have to stay in a broken down ruin that should have been bulldozed years ago. I guess it's good they have a roof over their heads, so what's left of a roof? Your cousin is gonna get an earful next time I see her. Anika storms off down the road and you and Avery follow close behind. And you don't get far before the sound of growling and desperate hisses grab your attention. Oh. Get away from me. I'm supposed to be an indoor cat. I'm not supposed to see things like you. You don't even talk, you freak. You turn to see a ditchling approach a cornered pixel in an alley. Cornered pixel in a, yeah, okay. He must have slipped out of the library with everyone last night. The ditchling, distracted from its hunt by your arrival, cranes its neck to face you, its eyes settling in on you with alien indifference. Oh, wait, no, that's not what I wanted. Wait, go back. Oh, load. I wanted to say, hey, quit it. The words feel meek as they leave your mouth. The ditchling, unaffected, turns back to the corner play. No, don't get Pixel! Is there a pipe or something laying around? Maybe we can scare it off. There's no time. I'm grabbing Pixel. Before you can react, a small pack of dogs around the corner. Oh! Before you can react, the small pack of dogs... Oh! They pounce on the creature, pulling it from the wall and then taking turns biting and tearing at it until it's ripped to shreds. Why are the dogs in this town crazy? Their task complete, they saunter towards you. What the? Isn't that Daisy and Scraps and what looks like every other dog in town, all in some kind of dog gang? I lived. Pixel, you got out the library. Oh, you poor cat, come here. Pixel cautiously walks towards your group before clambering into your arms. She has a comfortable heft to hit. I guess he likes you more than me. We found him last night, terrified and shaking in a bush outside the library. Psst, I wasn't that scared. I've been helping out. Little Pixel here has been volunteering as a scout. Don't worry, we were always around the corner. Those creatures only like to strike out when they have numbers, but they're hardly very bright. We made sure the little guy was taken care of till the humans were awake. Do y'all know where he's supposed to be? You're some sort of dog militia or something? Yeah, I suppose you could say that. I'm sure you've met the town's illustrious leader by now. When the powers that be abandoned you, it's up to the rest of us to band together and protect those who need protection. You're Scraps. I've heard so much about you. The one and only. This here's Daisy, and we've got a few other concerned locals with us as well. Just making sure the cats and dogs of Holler are well cared for, considering recent events. There are more of those things in the woods every day, popping out of innocent bodies of what used to be dogs like us. He's done us a fine service, but you'd best make sure to keep Pixel inside from here on out. I've got a feeling those things are gonna get worse from here. Like to see you try. I was an indoor cat, but now I've got a taste for the outdoors. I will never be satisfied by the indoor life. But maybe I can wait till all the monsters are gone. Have any of you seen or smelled Gretchen? Is she missing? Oh dear, Scraps. You don't think Gretchen's person would never let that happen to her. Wherever she is, I'm sure she's safe from those things. Pixel the goat, for real. A dog like her doesn't get to be that age without the watchful human by her side. Can you maybe help us find her? You've got a better nose. We'll do our best. We didn't intend to make any more trips out into the woods, but if it's for Gretchen, we'll take the risk. She's a well-liked dog in these parts, been around longer than any of us. It'd be a blow to the community for her to fall victim to those monstrosities. We'll make sure Pixel gets back to his family. We appreciate it, human. Word's been going around the town that there was one among you who could probably understand us. It'll be good to have you on our side during these strange times. Odd things are going around here. It's important for all of us living things to watch out for each other. Gretchen really loves you, Scraps. Oh, she flatters me so. I'm nothing special, just another dog. All the more reason to go after her before it's too late. Don't be so modest, Scraps. You're the kind of dog other dogs listen to. That's more than we can say for that Jimmy. Thinks he's so high and mighty just because he can sit and stay the best, as if obedience isn't the best quality in a leader. No, I love that. I love dumb animals. Yeah, one of you should have been the mayor. Well, aren't you sweet? Some dogs just ain't fit to lead. It's not his fault the humans of this town flung him so far out of his depths. Is there anything we can do about the ditchlings? They ain't that hard to kill when there's a whole lot of us. They die easy enough so long as you don't get caught unawares. That's why we gather all the local dogs. A big pack is a safe pack. Jimmy may not be doing anything to help, but that doesn't mean we can't take matters into our own hands. Now, Daisy, no need to start in about the mayor. He has his own priorities. So long as he doesn't get in our way, we don't need to go starting trouble. Are your families worried about you? We're country dogs. So long as we come home before dinner, most of us aren't missed too much. Speak for yourself. I know my family has been worried sick, but I can't let that get in the way of what's important. Besides, if I went home, they might tie me up, and then I'd be a sitting dog. Very good, doggies. Oh, look, they all perked up. That's cute. Thank you, I appreciate the compliment. You call me good dog? Daisy good dog? Daisy's tail wags excitedly before she regains her composure. Sorry, I just love to hear it. Okay, we best be on our way. Same for us. For the first time that we know of, those things are out during the day, which means the pets of Scarlet Hollow need us more than ever. Make sure the humans keep an extra careful watch on their furry companions. The band of dogs scampers off. You just had a full-on conversation with those dogs. It's so weird when you do that. Weird or cool? I wish I could hear the other side of the conversation. It seems like there's a whole dog culture in this town I've been missing out on. Knowing dogs are capable of carrying a full conversation is going to make being a veterinarian really weird. You'll just have to hire Sleepy as a translator. You'd be the best vet in the country with someone like that on your staff. So true. Pixel in tow, you and your companions continue on to the old Maxwell place. It was clearly once a mid-century modern home and undoubtedly quite stylish for the time, but it's been abandoned for unknown decades and moss and vines choke its exterior, barely concealing cracked walls and dust-colored glass. So right now we're calling them ditchlings, but like we low-key don't really know what they are. They're like weird animals, supernatural creatures that we don't really know or understand yet. Hey, where the heck are you taking me? This ain't my house. Before you can approach, the door opens and Oscar's head pokes out from the entryway. Hello. Oh, sorry if I startled y'all. The walls here are worn down enough I can hear you coming from a block away. Good morning, Oscar. Just thought we'd stop by to check in. Thank goodness you found Pixel. Rosalina's been beside herself. Oscar's voice is tired. He's had a long night and it shows his graying face, seemingly having aged in the hours since you last saw him. No, ditch. Like dig a, like fall in a ditch. Please come on in. You're doing really great, Rosalina. Not a lot of kids your age can take shots that well. You're being so brave. You don't have to talk to me like I'm 5. But you are brave. You really are, Rosalina. You're like so bad, eh? Alexis is right. This is more than most people have to deal with in their whole lives, and here you are taking it like a champ. Before Dr. Kelly can continue, Pixel jumps up from your arms, bounding across the room and leaping onto Rosalina's chest. Pixel, I've been so worried about you. I told you he'd turn up. Dr. Kelly's almost gentle bedside manner vanishes when she turns to glare at you. I see we have visitors. How are you doing, Rosalina? Tired, my leg hurts a lot, but the medicine is helping. It's not so bad now. And what are you not gonna do today? Walk around. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. I should have been better at stopping her. I take full responsibility. As her father, I should have. No need for anyone to step in and take blame for anything. It's the hospital's fault for sending her home at all. It's gross negligence, if you ask me. But give it time. Then you can do all the running around you want. All right, Rosalina? You just have to make sure you give that leg of yours a chance to heal a bit first. You don't want to pop any stitches. How's Reese doing? He's fine. Had a rough night, but he'll recover. He's used to that sort of thing. He just needs a couple days to get back on his feet. That means no more excitement, not even a movie. I'm sorry to hear that, Dr. Kelly. But what if we wanted to hang out again? He's cool. You don't always get what you want. Wow. You have to take other people's feelings into account. Other people here meaning my son and meaning me. I've been taking care of Reese his entire life. I like to think that I know what's best for him. Sorry again about the library. There's no need to apologize. It's a building. You're a person. You matter more than a pile of stones. I do kind of wish we could go back for our stuff. Thanks for letting me borrow all your clothes, Alexis. You can borrow as much as you need. I have plenty of shirts, and you can do laundry at our house too. Of course, there are some family heirlooms that I'd rather not lose. Portraits of my parents, my father's mining jacket. I don't think the thought of their last living memories being forgotten in there, or I don't like the thought, my bad. And the fact that it stole the library from me too, that one really stings. But what are you gonna do? We can always try a rescue mission to get your stuff. No, absolutely not. No one is going back in there until we have a thoroughly researched plan of action. This goes especially for you, Sleepy. Who knows if you'd be able to leave again? You've done enough for my family. How about no one is going back in there, period? We're going to need to deal with it eventually. Boarding up the library isn't a permanent solution. Are you sure about that? Because I don't see any reason we shouldn't just leave the thing alone forever. What's gonna happen to your career now? That's a good question. I was up all night wondering the same thing. If things stay the way they are right now... Alright, good night, Doe. See you later. Sleep well. It's essentially like the library burned down. The books are inaccessible. The building is unsalvageable. In that scenario, the county would have to put the money to build a new archive, or we have to move someplace where I can work in an existing library, and Scarlet Hollow would lose a valuable public service. Oscar, move so you and Rosalina would leave? But we're not doing that, right, Dad? We're staying here. Is there any way you can just, you know, start over and rebuild the collection? I'm sure folks around town would be willing to pitch in. It would be a lot of work, but that's a possibility. Still, maybe it won't even have to come to that. Dr. Kelly, weird stone carvings in your place. There was one in the mines the other night too. Both of them have a sort of pull on me. Whatever they are, there's something like them in your clinic. I felt it last night. They're cursed. It's only a matter of time before something terrible happens to your clinic. You and Reese have to leave immediately. No, I don't think we will. Just because you've decided to try and involve yourself in everyone's problems doesn't mean I want you to invade my space and try to deconstruct the life I've built. All of it based on what? A feeling? Leave us alone. My son and I are fine without your help. But if something does happen to the clinic, aren't you worried about Reese? If it's anything like what happened to us last night, he'll be fine. If something happens, I can take care of him. So none of you need to come snooping around. I would like to apologize on behalf of my cousin for you guys staying here. You don't have to fall on that sword for her, Sleepy. There's no need for anyone to apologize. Things happen, and it's not like we'll be staying here long term. I'm gonna get the library back and our house with it. I'd best be on my way. Goodbye, Rosalina. Make sure you stay put and keep Pixel company, okay? I will. Bye, Dr. Kelly. Thanks again for doing this. I can't express how much. It's nothing. I'll call later and see how she's doing. Good luck to the both of you. She pushes past you and leaves. Oscar, before we get sidetracked, we're not here to just talk about monsters and what happened in the library. Oh, Stella's been missing since last night. Oh, you haven't seen her, right? Not since last night. Now I'm really starting to worry. It sounds like no one in town has seen her. That doesn't mean something bad happened, but it doesn't exactly sound like it's all sunshine and roses for her either. I'm sure she'll be okay, but you should probably get back to looking for her soon. Before you go, though, there is something I wanted to get your thoughts on. Let's step outside. Oscar ushers you to the street. What's up? Everything okay? Yes, or at least as okay as it can be, considering everything that's happened. But I don't exactly feel safe. Strange things are going on in Scarlet Hollow, and I'm tired of running from them. I want to get our house back. You've all been looking into the town's history, correct? I overheard your discussion in the library the other day. Have you been able to find anything that might explain what's going on? I don't think we have too much to go on. I can't help but feel like there must have been some kind of inciting event. Since everything started getting weird seemingly overnight, but I have no idea where to even start, really. Avery stares at you. I mean, it's obvious, right? Things only started happening since Sleepy got here. Nika shoots Avery a glare. No, we're not throwing Sleepy under the bus. What? There's nothing wrong with being a magical catalyst. Sure, there's probably nothing wrong with someone being a magical catalyst, but there's definitely something wrong with saying someone's a magical catalyst. If people get the wrong idea, we're only a couple of steps away from the whole town deciding to shaw her. Nobody's going to drag Sleepy into a witch hunt on my watch. I like to think we've outgrown those days of running people out of town on rails. I'd rather play it safe. Don't worry, it's not like I'm going to run around town telling everyone that Sleepy magicked a bunch of terrible disasters into existence. But if there's a catalyst for all of this, why wouldn't it be a lost Scarlet finally coming home to Scarlet Hollow? If I may, Sleepy getting into town isn't the only major event that happened lately. Her land died over a week ago, and those creatures in the woods were already reproducing by the time she arrived. Not to mention, I started seeing things on our house before Pearl Ann passed. I think I never thought to make a note of exactly when the spirit made itself known. Whatever the cause of this, there must be some way to put a genie back in the bottle. I'm going to do my best to find out if there have been any similar events, whether there's anything special about Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's going on. The town archives are unfortunately in the library. Rosalina had been pestering me to make some sort of digital backup for months, but I never got around to it, so online source it is. We'll fill you in on what little we know so you at least have some place to start. Okay. Okay, before we do, I think I'm gonna stop here before we do all the filling in. Okay, we're going to number 1. I think because it's gonna be a lot of yapping and time to get into all that. So I think that's going to be it for today. And we shall be back tomorrow. Also tomorrow, I might be not late, but I also might have to end early tomorrow. Oop, IDK, what's happening in my life right now? But since like nobody's here anymore, I'm not gonna worry about rating either. For any of you that are still there, good night. Love you so much. Sleep well. Have a fantastic day tomorrow. Good night, Sharky. Love you, love ya. Good night, Dwarf. I bet 5's still there. Good night, 5. The 3 amigos. The 3 last amigos. Love you guys.